as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll begin on the ground here with Abanikanda. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. You talk about this Rams defense.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Second down. Here's Hurts.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
His throw incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Eagle defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup.
Akers, he coughs it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing is Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And the Rams at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Going right back to Akers.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. That's Keely Ringo who was there in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll try the air now with Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Akers going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give me a radar.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Rolling to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Marr able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11.
At long last, the Eagles have found their new marquee number 1 receiver. They dealt for Brown in last year's draft, and all he did in year 1 was set a new franchise record for yards, 4th best in the league. He gets them a 1st down there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
63.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll look to throw here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, There's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Okay. 53, ready.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Abanikanda. He's across midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again at Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you express yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you said, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Stafford looks to throw again. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. On the give, this is Akers. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Motion left, Kupp.
Drill right, 22. Middle.
Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter, and the passing game for them. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Abanikanda. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great one.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Atwell now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand
They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great... And he works free!
Wrap up!
Still moving! And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Works throws complete to Goddard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On 1st down, Hurts. Smith catches left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. Forced out to his left. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Hey,
now Stafford's going to move him around.
Double right.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey. Zero. You ready?
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Again, it's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
21. Hey.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And this one complete to Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here is 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw again.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And he's got it inside the 10. At the 8-yard line before going out.
Great, set. Crowd left Yanni. Set.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Atwell now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, L.A.
Cam Akers, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Down the numbers. There he goes.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Monday. Hey. Come on, Omaha, ready, blue. Hey, 22.
Here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Now Stafford. Going for Jefferson downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but